Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This is taken at his 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Switch. Here we go. Watch safety. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey. 4 down. Check 99. Hey, kill. Shit. Watch the shit. Hey, alert 3.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Tackles. Let him. He finds the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught by Antonio Brown. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. So opening drive, 3rd down. They complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Check. Watch 54. Strip that ball. Kill. Strip that ball. Rush in. Check safety. Hey, switch gears.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Check. Over. Check. Check, check, check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 10 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Hey, Sam.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. 51. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Mike 5-4.
This is Hines.
Got you, boy.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, 59, ready. 54. Mike, 54. Hey, Mike, 7. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Silver. Hey, Mike.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan.
Check.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch time. Tight end right. 21. Hey, check. Hey, Delta. 41 Mike, right here.
Now it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Shaquille Barrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Hey, easy.
This is Jones. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pick up the ball. Check. You're good, you're good. High forward, ready. Easy, opposite. Kill. You're good. High forward, ready.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
45 to Mike. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Kill. 5-9. Kill. Turn up.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. Here goes 21. Tonight.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he slings one that's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Joker, 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 Joker. Kill. Switch it. Hey, kill. Ready, set.
There they try the sweep to Jones. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, Foxtrot. 45 to Mike. 45. 54, south. All day.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan, they'll find Hines out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Mike, ready. Mike, 5-4. Check. Gun.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11, 20. Smooth. 54. Mike, 54. Okay, double up. 54 is Mike. Base.
Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gray. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Just like that. Hey, South. Motion.
On third down, it's Hines. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike 90, blue 80, Mike 25. Hey,
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, Tuesday. Go. Mike 5-4. Pick me up. Here we go. Right there. 54. Got it. 54, Mike. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
To throw again. Ryan. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Gun.
Here's Hines. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's it,
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Hines. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
No. Hey, wait. Hey, let go. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, South.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Sua Cravens. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd and long.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Slam. Check the backer. 22, 21. Check. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, pick it up. Got it. 25.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 52. Hey, kill. Here we go. Out. Jim.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, ready? You ready? Kill. Here we go, 21. Hey, easy. I got you. 12. Shit, 33. So we got man.
On 2nd and 15 now. Breeze. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 30.
Here we go. Be ready. Hey, check Mike 33. Hey, easy. 3 buzz. Quick down. 5-9. Come. Over. Kill.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Back at the 21-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, 79 yards, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Guys, it's game situation.
Hey, 59, ready?
Mike 54. Mike 54.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11.
Hey, dude. 45. Mike, 45.
Crunch time, defense.
Gun. 25 tonight.
Now Ryan. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This will be fielded at the 17. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 45. Protein spill. Hard.
Kill. Hey, turn it out.
Shine.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Jones, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, here we go. Shoot. Check 31, check 31.
Breeze now to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Watch twist. 12. Sammy. SOS. Hey, easy.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, check me.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Shit.
Kill.
A give to Jones. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Kill.
Check 50.
Kill.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So with that, you figure, this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Hey, keep it up.
Check.
Right there. 54, right there, 54.
On second and very short, Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
54, south.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Check 21.
Check hot route. Hot. Mark 55. Mark.
Space.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Daniels, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 18-yard line.
Hey, check 25.
Mark 54. Check.
Wait.
Check.
Hey, Alpha.
54. Mark.
On second and 12, Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
3, 2-8,
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Ready. 95, 56.
Come on.
We're good. High 4, ready. Easy, opposite. 0-2. Nice, tight.
To throw is Breeze. It's caught by Mike Evans. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tuesday. Check. Got it.
Here's Ryan. That's complete to Slayton. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gray. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Ryan now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Check. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
58.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Orbit.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Now Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
45 is the mic. Here we go.
Wait.
Here we go. 45. Mike, 45.
I'm coming.
45, Mike, 45.
Here we go. Get up.
Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just did one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what could hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
He's checking.
Chris. Hey, Express.
Ryan to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Throwing now is Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Throwing again. Ryan. Catch made by Slayton. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
51, down. Recon, 132 fighter.
They go play action now. Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.